Finally, the Front extends the highest appreciation and gratitude to Hibr Ethiopia for taking initiative to bring the parties to one platform. The members of this front are Afar Revolutionary Democratic Unity Front. I can repeat it. Afar Revolutionary Democratic Unity Front, Agaw Democratic Movement, Benishangul People's Liberation Movement, Gambela People's Liberation Army, Global Command People Right and Justice Movement, Command Democratic Party, Oromo Liberation Front, Oromo Liberation Army, Sidama National Liberation Front, Somali State Resistance, and Tigray People's Liberation Front. Thank you.
Next, we'll have a signing ceremony. Thank you.
Press to the right, please.
Yeah.
Okay, next we'll hold a session for question and answer for media only. Thank you. If you have any question, please.
Hi there. I don't have a microphone, but can you talk a little bit about your plan of action, what you intend to do next? Do you have like specific actions planned? Like, are you thinking about launching operations towards any particular city in Ethiopia? And do you have any plans beyond that, like in terms of what kind of a political transition you are envisioning?
Okay. Maybe Mr. Admasi, you want to answer that? Yeah. Okay.
Also, could you please state your names and the spelling of the names so we're making sure we're quoting everybody accurately?
And the group you're representing.
Yes, please.
The first step we have to take is to sign an agreement with all the fronts, recognizing the problem and the widespread situation and the genocide. And the next step would be to reorganize ourselves and totally dismantle the existing government, either by force or by negotiation, whatever they wish, and then settle transitional government as soon as possible. That's my...
Your name, sir?
My name is Mahmoud Ugras. I'm from Somali States Force.
Mahmoud, M-A-H-M-O-U-D, and your last name, sir?
Ugras, U-G-A-S.
And sir, you said that you would need to, the aim is to totally dismantle by diplomacy or by force. Could you talk a little bit more about the lengths of force that this group is willing or prepared to launch? What does that mean, force?
Well, by force means if the government doesn't negotiate and accept the offer the international community and the fronts are offering, then we definitely use any kind of force that we can dismantle. And it's already been outrooted from where they were. So there's no federal arm, and the whole community in 110 million is with these groups you see, and things will be smoothly going on. There will not be any force at all.
I'm sorry, you just said there will not be force or there will be force?
Well, the current situation in Ethiopia is so weak. They don't have federal arms, and the struggle has been going on for the last 1 year, and there's no way they can fight against the front, because 110 million people abused are supporting the group.
I see. So you're saying that the federal
Just,
forces
yeah.
do not have the strength to take on the force that your groups with 110 million people are prepared to bring. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you, I can just implement it right?
Maybe I should compliment. Definitely.
State your name.
My name is Berhane, B-E-R-H-A-N-E. My second name is G-E-B-R-E, then C-H-R-I-S-T-O-S. Berhane Gabrak. Okay. It's okay. I think you can hear me.
And who you with?
I'm from Tigray. As you know, the Abiy regime has conducted open door against the Ethiopian peoples. There is war in Tigray, which I don't have to describe. All of you, I'm sure, know how it is going. You know that there is war in Oromia, in Benishangul, in different parts of the country. Country is engulfed with civil war, launched mainly by the Abiy regime. So we all are forced to defend ourselves. There is genocide taking place, and we are trying to relieve our peoples and ourselves from genocide. This is what's taking place today. So definitely peoples in Ethiopia are resisting. People in Ethiopia are in self-defense. This will continue until the regime accepts a peaceful path. As you all know, the world, the United States, the European Union, the United Nations, Africans, neighbors in the Horn of Africa, in IGAD, everybody tried to persuade Prime Minister Abiy to accept a peaceful path. As you all know, Ambassador Jeff Feltman has been traveling to Ethiopia many times, putting aside his efforts on phone conversations and so on. And all his appeals had been rejected and have been rejected. I don't know what outcome there will be, because he's still in Addis today. So so what I can say is Abiy regime is pursuing the path of war. To this effect, definitely we in the United Front and others are trying to have a change in Ethiopia so that Ethiopia could stabilize and the region could stabilize.
May I ask?
Yes, please.
I'm with the New York Times. Is this group preparing to take Addis Ababa by force if necessary?
What we are going to do is definitely, where will be the limit? The limit, there is no limit for us because the Abiy regime, as you all know, is trying to mobilize millions of peoples to fight against all of us. People, I'm not referring to armies. The intention is to mobilize millions of farmers to drive the nation into terrible bloodbaths. So definitely we'll defend and will try to get rid of Abiy government.
Can you clarify that all 9 conflict groups have fighters and that who will join forces on the battlefield and the goal is to overthrow the government of Mr. Abiy Ahmed, or if you are ready to share power with him?
Well, as he has consistently rejected and as he has consistently waging war on our peoples, we're forced to defend ourselves and will continue until that day. Unfortunately, time is running out. There is no much time for him to deliver things that he should deliver before going to negotiations. He was supposed to lift blockades that he has put in some regions, not only in Tigray, but in other regions as well. He's been asked to allow humanitarian assistance. So many questions, as you might know. So he has refused that. And now I think there's no much time for him to deliver on this. And he has no will to deliver on this too. So definitely we'll try to have a change in Ethiopia before Ethiopia implodes and affects the region. Not only Ethiopia would be affected, but the region as a whole would be in disaster. So we have to try to ameliorate this situation. We have to bring, the terrible, disastrous humanitarian situations that's building up in Ethiopia to its, to calm down or to bring it to certain limits level.
Without the current Prime Minister.
Pardon?
A change without the current Prime Minister.
Obviously.
And you answer if all the 9 groups have fighters who will join?
Yes.
Armed groups?
Yes. They do.
Sir, can you also clarify the question from my colleague about you moving towards Addis? Do you have like a specific plan for this? You're saying?
As it was read in the statement, what we have is we are establishing a coordinating command that would coordinate our activities. So in different forums or sectors, be it in terms of military, in terms of political, in terms of everything, amongst our parties, we're cooperating in all areas with no limits.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from the international community for this coordination so far?
The international community is so much worried with the stability of the region, the stability of Ethiopia, and the imminent implosion of Ethiopia. I think this is going to give relief to the Ethiopian people, to the region, and to the world. So the international community would be forthcoming and supportive of this, of peacefully, relatively bringing peace into Ethiopia. Our intention is to remove the regime and have an all-inclusive political process where every political party would take part in that process to form a transitional arrangement.